Hi, welcome back. How are you? Nice to meet you again. In this video about shadow equipment, explanation from the dev team. Let's hear what the dev team has to say about the shadow equipment plans.
This time, we will introduce the details of this gameplay and explain the relationship between this new content and the existing equipment gameplay. Regarding the RO equipment development system, in December last year, we first updated the Chaos Invasion dungeon, increased the output method of equipment, and will gradually open up different levels of bosses and equipment materials in the future. Subsequently, the rules of safe refining were optimized to reduce the cost and difficulty of refining. The goal is to make it easier for adventurers to develop their equipment. In the existing equipment cultivation, we have also planned shadow equipment, which aims to solve the problem of which to wear in the field and ancient equipment. The goal is to keep everyone improving and getting stronger and expanding more valuable equipment. Next, we will explain the details of shadow equipment in detail. We will open an additional set of equipment slots, as shadow equipment slots. On each part, players can wear both infused equipment and ancient equipment, one piece each. One each means that ancient and non-ancient equipment can only choose one piece in the same location, and cannot equip two ancient equipment, nor can it equip two infused equipment. Borrow this mechanism so that the two sets of equipment no longer conflict. When a piece of equipment is worn as a shadow equipment, its attribute effects need to be gradually unlocked through new dungeons, and it will not suddenly double the value of wearing two sets of equipment. Adventurer base level 120 and above, after completing the new version of the main story, Harbor in the Cold Wind, completing the side, Lost Memory Bounty, or Adventurer base level 140 can unlock the Shadow Equipment system function. At the same time, adventurers can participate in the new version of Turtle Island's new quest, Shadow's Secret Realm, to obtain primary shadow magic ore, and find Hallgrihen in major cities to activate and create shadow equipment. Complete the main quest to open the system item. Added shadow equipment option in Hallgrihen. Select the shadow equipment you want to craft. Preview of the progress bonus effect after the shadow equipment is crafted. Equipment location. Shadow equipment is not a brand new equipment, but uses existing equipment to unlock its shadow attribute, and the unlocked equipment can be equipped in the secondary equipment grid. Wear restrictions. Shadow equipment will not affect the original way of wearing equipment, and can still be equipped in the main or secondary slot. Under the same part, the main equipment can be any type of equipment, the secondary equipment must be infused equipment, or ancient equipment, with the shadow ability activated, and the main equipment and secondary equipment of the same part must be different type. Ancient equipment refers specifically to equipment dropped by the warriors, epic difficulty quests on Museum Island and Lost Island, and infuse equipment refers to equipment crafted through the magic infuse system. If the adventurer is currently using ancient equipment, you can find a priming equipment and equip it in the sub-equipment column after making shadow equipment, or you can use infuse equipment for the main equipment and ancient equipment for the secondary Shadow equipment properties. Adventurers can use normal equipment to create shadow equipment, and consume shadow mana ore to free up their shadow abilities. When a shadow gear is displayed in the main backpack, you can also see the progress of crafting the shadow ability of that equipment in the lower left corner. The effect of the shadow equipment attribute is directly multiplied by the upgrade percentage. For example, the basic attribute of the equipment, Meteor Shield, in the above picture is Physical Defense plus 200, when the progress of shadow equipment creation is 50%, when it is used as shadow equipment, the basic attribute of the equipment is Physical Defense plus 100. Effective way. Shadow equipment needs to be equipped with a new equipment and cut to sub-equipment, and the effect of the equipment will be increased in equal proportions to take effect. On the same part, the same type of equipment cannot be configured. For example, the relevant parts of the main equipment column are equipped with ancient equipment, then the relevant parts of the Shadow Equipment column can only be equipped with infused equipment. Whether the equipment is worn in the main equipment slot or the sub-equipment slot, it will trigger the set attribute of the equipment itself. Such as main equipment bar, armor, Big Cat's Blessing, head, magic beanie. Shadow equipment bar, offhand, meteor round shield. Or shadow equipment bar, armor, Big Cat's Blessing, head, magic rimless hat, offhand, meteor round shield, all can be fully activated. Complete set attributes for the 3-piece, +3 intelligence, +10% health, +10% magic, see figure below. Equipment types that activate shadow abilities include infused equipment and ancient equipment from the Warrior, Epic series, excluding Initial Heart and Rift. Almost all of the equipment's attributes and the various entry effects it contains take effect when activated. The effective attributes include Basic Attribute, Refining Attribute, Equipment Attribute, Random Attribute, Enchanted Attribute, Upgrade Attribute, Set Attribute. In the Refining Attribute, the 2 attributes of Refining Exemption Attribute and Refining Demon Exemption Attribute also take effect, and the rules are different from other parts due to the particularity of the damage reduction attribute. First of all, the refining level of the main and shadow equipment of the same part is capped at 15, that is, the maximum damage reduction limit is 13.5%, that is, if the main equipment is already +15. Then the secondary equipment cannot be refined in order to increase the damage reduction attribute, and the overflow damage reduction ratio will not take effect. Secondly, when the sum of the refining levels of the main and auxiliary equipment of the same part is greater than 15, the part exceeding 15 is converted to 4000 base HP per level. The base HP is a fixed value, not subject to the percentage bonus of equipment and cards. The sum of the refining level of secondary equipment and main equipment in the same position is 16, and one more level converts into a base HP bonus of 4000 by 1. It is important to note that cards for shadow equipment assemblies do not take effect. Finally, equipment with shadow progress cannot be listed on the exchange, and can be restored and traded through the Mana Iron Furnace, and 80% of the shadow mana ore will be returned when it is restored. Material Acquisition Method. Open a copy of Shadow Vault with the Harbor's Wish edition to obtain the specified materials needed to craft shadow equipment. Quests are unlocked if the adventurer completes 120 side quests, Bounty of Lost Memories, or the character reaches level 140. The new version of Harbor's Wish has been updated for the first time with 1 level and 2 difficulties. 1. Normal mode can be challenged at level 120. 2. Elite mode level 120 can also participate, but the difficulty is very high, recommended level 150 team challenge. Follow-up continues to release new parts and copies of the corresponding level of Shadow Secret Realm. Okay, explanation done.
Earlier was a complete explanation from the dev team about the shadow equipment plan. Thank you dev team for explaining in detail. That's it. If you find this video helpful, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, see you again.